obviously one of the major, if not the biggest tourist attraction here in Munising. So we'd be remiss not to talk about your opportunities to get on one of these cruises, though it's unfortunate that we can't be out here today, but safety does come first when the waves are choppy. We don't really want to go out there, but we have a Pictured Rocks cruise captain, Noah Moser, joining us in this conversation. So thanks a lot for being a part of Upper Michigan today. How long have you been involved as a captain with Pictured Rocks cruises?
As a captain for 3 years, but I've worked here for the last decade now. I started here in high school as a deckhand here.
And what made you want to continue and work your way up from deckhand to now captain?
Oh, it's a great environment to be. The Pictured Rocks are a fantastic place to see every day throughout the summer. It's a great summer job, and it's probably one of the biggest spectacles in the UP.
I mean, certainly. How have you seen the visitor numbers grow over the years?
I mean, since I started here 10 years ago, it started off fairly large, at least when I started here, obviously, but it's grown almost exponentially, it seems like, over the last decade.
No, is there a certain point of when people go on like the tour of Pictured Rocks that you see that, it just stands out the most?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say once we get to that first point of interest, Miners Castle, it really starts to get into people's heads what they see along the cliffs, and the colors really start coming through on the sides there with all the iron and manganese and such. People seem to absolutely love that stuff.
Yeah.
How long does the cruise season go for? When are the last opportunities to get on one of these?
Right. Last opportunities are normally around mid-October. I believe this year it's around October 21st, and then we open back up in May.
Okay, so that's a pretty decent long season, just a few months, the winter time of being closed down. And I know you can take one of these cruises, but that's not the only way to see Pictured Rocks.
Oh, absolutely not. No, we got plenty of kayaking around here, as well as personal boats, pontoon boats, all sorts of other vehicles that you see people coming out to see the different cliff sides here, and obviously the boat tours here as well.
Is there anything visitors should keep in mind or maybe pack with them to have the best time on the boat in their trip?
Well, definitely depending on the time of year, make sure you bring plenty of warm gear, especially if you're in the early or late season. You need those coats and jackets, maybe a blanket or two. But other than that, bringing your phone or a camera or something, or just as long as you have your family with you, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours long, right?
About 2.5 to 2 hours, depending on the trip that you take.
So that's something good to keep in mind. Dress properly. Once you're out on the water, there's no coming back.
Right, absolutely. No, it can be pretty chilly out there, and if you're not prepared, you're going to feel it the whole trip.
Yeah, I feel like today would be a nice day to get on the water if we could, but sitting on the top deck, seeing the leaves, as fall nears and the leaves start to change, I feel like that's something that's really scenic that people can really take in and enjoy.
Oh, absolutely. When you get those colors from the fall leaves and stuff, it really brings out the cliff edge along the way, especially along that coloration that you see there. It's pretty fantastic.
And I mean, it's still like 99% green right now. So I feel like for fall color viewing here in Munising and at Pictured Rocks, there's plenty of time to plan and prepare for that. Noah, do you recommend people plan ahead of time for their Pictured Rocks cruise, or can they just come into the center and purchase a ticket right ahead of time?
Well, typically on a day-to-day basis, we have plenty of open tickets. However, if you're looking for more of a laborious weekend, such as like a holiday or something, I definitely recommend planning ahead.
So, Noah, when you guys go on your tours and things like that, what are some, I guess, safety things that you guys, announce to people as they get on the boats and, things like that?
Right, absolutely. We go over the different safety features of the vessel, such as the life jackets and how to put them on. We also go through instructions on telling everybody to be seated, remain seated throughout the trip, as everybody else is trying to get the same view you are, and just being very cautious as you're moving around the boat and such. However, it is a very safe environment, so there's not too much to worry about.
Now, I noticed a couple of different locations on these boats. Chapel Rock, Pictured Rocks Express, Miners Castle. So there's different options, different vantage points to go from? Or?
Well, for most part, these are just the names of the vessel.
Oh, I see.
But we do have two different kinds of tour. It does often get mixed up. The Chapel Rock does go all the way down the Chapel Rock, but it also take the Spray Falls trip. Most of our catamarans will take that Spray Falls trip. And then these older boats here, like the Miners Castle, Miss Superior, those will take our classic tour, which doesn't go quite the full distance, but does about 90% of the same trip.
Got you. So, speaking of, the boats and stuff, do you guys like offer anything on the boats? Can people bring on food, beverages, things like that, or do you guys really just, keep all that stuff away?
Well, we do have beverages on the boats as well as some chips, but you are allowed to bring your own food on board if need be. People bring all sorts of things on the trips, so.
I mean, it is a 2.5-hour trip, so you may need to snack on something as you enjoy the scenery, enjoy the view. Noah, is there anything else people should know about the Picture Rocks cruise and what you guys do here?
I mean, it's a great trip. I really hope everybody enjoys it, but yeah, there's nothing too major to know, I guess. Just a lot of rocks to see and very beautiful colors.
Just plan and do it at least once in your life. I can't believe that I'm a lifelong Youper, and I've never been to a Picture Rocks before.
Really?
Yes, really.
Breaking
I say that
news.
every year that I can't believe that I've never been. One of these years, maybe October on a nice calm Saturday morning or something.
Yeah.
See the colors. That sounds lovely.
It's like we gotta do it.
Yeah.
I have to do it. We have to do it.
Once in your life.
Yeah, at least once. Well, Noah, thank you so much for joining us and giving us all the information that we need about the Picture Rocks tours. Guys, I hope that you guys are able to do the cruise as well. But we have to take another commercial break, so we'll be back in 3 minutes. Stay with us.